You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports Porters, let's talk about two things. I told you guys I was going to put up a poll asking Caitlin Clark fans, do you want to see Caitlin Clark play in Unrivaled? During that video, I said my guess would be 20% of fans would say yes, and 80% would say no. Boy, I came very close to hitting it right on the money. Right on the money, because it was an overwhelming no. Now, one of the arguments I saw when I decided to take a step back and look in totality, one of the arguments is, why play with a bunch of women that can't stand you, right? And I was thinking, yeah, but she does it in the WNBA for less money. So if that's the argument, she's playing with the same shitty players that can't stand her in the WNBA, and Unrivaled offered her $1 million to play. The WNBA gives her $78,000. All right. So that argument, I mean, honestly, what's the difference? Well, I don't want to watch her play with players that they can't stand her and that she's going to benefit their league. That's all she's doing in the WNBA is benefiting a bunch of haters and their league. Let's be real. She is women's basketball as a whole, right? So while I actually fully agreed with that argument at one time, the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, it's exactly the same, right? Now, I think one probably in the echelon of sports history means more than the other, the WNBA, because, well, it's funded by, and at least you could say, okay, well, she's playing for NBA owners and not WNBA, or not actual player owners that have a big stake in Unrivaled. But there's so many investors now in Unrivaled that it's kind of like the WNBA. And somebody asked me earlier, well, I really don't understand how they're getting this money. And the reason I'm making this video is Unrivaled unveiled 2 new teams today, this morning. Out of nowhere, 2 new teams just dropped. Just ta-da, here they are for 2026. And so Joey Blacksmith said, I really don't understand what the thought process is. It seems like people invest in money in a very sketchy stock and praying it turns around a near 30-year trend. Shouldn't you establish a steady fan base before dropping 2 new teams in a failing sport? I understand what this person is saying, except the Unrivaled came much closer to turning a profit after 1 year than the WNBA ever has. The WNBA lost $40 million last year. Unrivaled lost $10 million. They came within $10 million of turning a profit in its first season. Again, I don't want to watch 3x3 basketball. I'm not advocating for the league, but I do want to make sure there's factual context out there as to and TNT. All this comes down to television revenue. The reason the WNBA is about to actually make money is because of a $2.2 billion media rights deal. The reason Unrivaled can possibly make money is because TNT Sports is willing to pay up for the games. It's all about television money these days, folks. That's all it's about. So, let's start with the poll. Do you want Caitlin Clark to play in Unrivaled after losing 2/3 of the WNBA season? 22%, 22.5% of you said yes. 77.5% said no. So I came very close to being right. I said it would be 20-80, and it's 22-77. basically. So I pretty much nailed it there. I figured it would be an overwhelming no. The league she chooses to play in the offseason, CC or her financial team are idiots. She can't give discounts for her services like she's doing with the W. The going rate for revenue CC's going to generate for a business is $50 million yearly minimum. Well, again, I understand this argument, except the Unrivaled's willing to pay her over 10 times the amount the WNBA is willing to pay her right now, or can pay her. So, I mean, she's playing in the W for peanuts. And it's peanuts because, well, they're not making any money. Unrivaled, they offered her $1 million last year. You know? So, anyway, and I pointed that out. Don't forget, Unrivaled offered her $1 million last season for 8 weeks. Her W salary is $78,000. I got better things to do than watch activists and woke monsters get their way. You're doing it watching the WNBA right now. It's the same difference. It is. I mean, you know, I said I believe a lot of people are answering no for the same reason. The problem is, if you take a step back and look, she's already doing that in the WNBA anyway. It's the same bunch of folks and players. That's a thug league. So's the WNBA. Let's not get confused. So is the WNBA. So, anyway, again, I'm not advocating for the league, but I am pointing out it's no different than the WNBA when it comes to these players treating her like shit and hating on her and all this. Yeah, it's all the same players. I mean, let's be real. It is all the same players. You know, I don't like 3x3 basketball. 8 clubs, 1 vision. This basketball re-imaged. Joining us in the 2026 for season 2, please welcome the Breeze Basketball Club and the Hive Basketball Club. So there's a little video they put out right there, and they unveiled the logos. And one of the reasons this league came so close to turning a profit was because they don't travel. They all play down in Miami. By the way, it looks terrible on television. It's dark. I mean, they need to figure out a way to take those fans that are sitting on the side and move them where the actual television can see that there are fans, because they claim they sold out every game with like 800 fans, and you can see like 40 fans during the game. It's a bad look. If you got 800 fans there, then show all 800 of them. You know? So this is the logo of the Hive. To be honest with you, I actually kind of like this logo. I'm not going to lie. And then there is the Breeze right here. Yeah, it's still wild. Yeah, I still can't believe this league is actually trying to do something. I thought the league would fold after one season, but they've got so many investors willing to prop the league up. And I mean, if they came that close to turning a profit, would they actually turn a profit after this year? Their television ratings, folks, were not good. Don't let people tell you that they were. There were a lot of games where they only drew 150,000 viewers or less. By comparison, the big 3, Ice Cube, and honestly, I don't like 3x3 basketball, but I actually kind of like that league. It's been entertaining, the games that I've watched, to be honest. A lot of ex-NBA players. But by comparison, the big 3, Ice Cube's league, they draw about 600,000 viewers. They outdraw most WNBA games. At least the WNBA games without Caitlin Clark that are on Ion or on NBA TV, the big three almost always destroys those games. The only ones that it doesn't really beat is ESPN and CBS, ABC games. And even at that, it depends on who plays. So I'm just pointing that out. But I thought it was interesting. I wanted to share the poll results because they were exactly where I thought they would be. I thought the answer would be an overwhelming no, which is where I'm at. I would just assume she stay out. All right. God, I don't want to have to watch this league. I don't. Ugh. I just hope God almighty, if she plays, I don't know. I'm afraid that could still be a really rough watch. 3x3 basketball is a tough watch. And that one-on-one tournament blows. I don't know. And it got the biggest rating. I'm like, who the fuck is watching one-on-one damn basketball? I'd rather have my eyes carved out with a spoon. I mean, honestly, I don't get it. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.